Yo guys, it's your boy Jay coming in with another Gears of War E-Day video today, and I'll be going through the versus maps and the versus game modes that were shown on the multiplayer reveal. So let's get into this. First thing we're going to be looking at is the game modes. As you can see, TDM is making its return, which I love TDM. It's one of my favorite game modes from Gears 4 and 5 and Gears 3 as well. So I'm glad this is making its return. The next one we're going to be moving on to is Conquest. It's similar to King of the Hill, but it's like a hardpoint zone instead. You've got to capture that zone 4 times, and then it'll end around and you'll win the game. This game mode was dope. I actually played it in early access and I love the hell out of it. It's a fun mode to play. Next one I'm going to be talking about is Demolition. This is an attack and defend mode for a bomb. You basically got to carry and plant the bomb. One team's got to attack and the other team's got to defend, and then it swaps sides, I guess. We'll get a chance to play this at the full launch of the game. The last game we're going to be talking about is Crucible. This game mode is centered around a power core, a heavy piece of cog equipment that can be picked up and carried. If your team holds the power core inside the zone, you will secure progress towards scoring, but as the round progresses, the zone will move and shrink inside the zone. You need to fend off attackers from the opposite team trying to claim the power core for themselves. Thankfully, the power core also stores as an electric charge that can blast the enemy's flesh right away off their bones, giving you and your team one last line of defense to hold the zone and win. This game mode actually sounds exciting. I can't wait to play it. Next thing we're going to be talking about is the maps. You've got Camp, Battleship, Park, Market and Skyward Precinct. There's all 6 maps at launch in Gears of War E-Day. The next thing I want to talk about is Ranked, which you can see on screen. It says, welcome to Ranked. Ranked is built for competitive play with tighter matchmaking and strict penalties for leaving early, which I'm glad they've added strict penalties and stuff like that, because I remember in Gears 4 and 5 Ranked, loads of people used to leave and stuff. It used to do my head in. And then matchmaking is based on your hidden skill rating for the playlist, meaning there's SB and MM skill-based matchmaking. Good matchmake based on the highest skill rating in the group. So basically it goes off whoever's the best in your group, it's going to go off that. So basically it's like COD, basically whoever's hosting, it's going to go off whatever their KD is or whatever their skill rating basically. After completing your placement matches, you will be assigned to a skill division on rank, meaning it can be obviously bronze, silver, or gold. That looks like platinum to me, and diamond. So that looks like they're all of the placements for ranked. So obviously diamond is going to be your highest. As you can see here, it's even showing you here saying your rank is determined by rank ratings, which is won and lost based on match outcome and match duration and personal performance. Basically it's going to be like COD basically for the SBMM skill-based matchmaking. That's what it's going to look like by the looks of what obviously I'm seeing on screen. And like I said, it's a look of it, the ranks are bronze, silver, gold, onyx and diamond, as it says it there on screen. So they're all of the ranks in Gears of War E-Day for obviously rank placements. Finish what you start. Abandoning your team is not tolerated in ranked. Disconnected players may rejoin up to 2 times. That's good. So at least if you disconnect twice, you can actually get back in. I know you used to, on the Gears of War 5, you used to disconnect and you wouldn't be able to get back in after the first time you tried to rejoin. Rejoining and finishing the match results in a minor ranked rating penalty, but not matchmaking penalty. So they've done one for like a minor one. So if you actually get disconnected by accident, then it's not as bad as the full penalty. Leaving by choice is a fine and immediately applies a loss plus maximum rank rating and matchmaking penalty. I'm so glad they're doing all this with ranked, man. Gears of War E-Day. It's going to stop people leaving, definitely. Repeated quits escalates penalties and may restrict ranked access. Competing in match reduces penalties severity over time. That is crazy. So if anyone keeps constantly doing it, it's going to literally close them out of ranked completely. That is so dope. I love the way they're going about ranked in this game. Skill divisions. Your skill rating puts you into one of the 4 skill divisions and represents how good you are right now relative to others players in the playlist. So skill divisions are Division A, which is the highest, Division B, Division C, and Division D is the lowest. That's crazy. He's going to have different divisions for obviously the goated, and then obviously the average, and obviously the high, and then obviously the lowest. That is crazy. That's a good way to separate obviously the good from the bad, so people have at least got a chance in rank. But yeah guys, that is literally everything to do with the ranked stuff. And one last request is to fix the weapon respawn timer, please. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe for more E-Day content.